Hey everyone, it's Mike from Mike Olson Art. I hope everyone's having a great day today. As usual, thank you guys so very much for taking the time out of your day to come check in here and hear me talk a little bit more about some of the art cards that I've been working on. Today we're going to be looking at card number 9 from series number 4. And this is a really fun project because it's one of my favorite genres of sports cards that I get to work on. And that genre is sports mascots, and more specifically, the Phillie Phanatic. Alright guys, so here is my brand new handmade Phillie Phanatic art card. This is the third time I've been able to actually draw the Phanatic, and the second time for this particular client. And as you can see here, this card really is not inspired by any existing card out there. So, there's a lot that went into this one. So why don't we just dive right in and hear more about this really cool card. All right, guys. So here is my brand new handmade Phillie Phanatic art card. Like I said a minute ago, this card doesn't share much inspiration with any other card. This is a completely unique design. And this was actually, dreamt up by the client of this card. This is their second Phillie Phanatic card, and for this Phillie Phanatic card, they wanted to do something that kind of tied in with the Birthday of America. This year is the 250th anniversary of the, Birthday of America, and they wanted to kind of tie that in with the Phillie Phanatic card that we were going to do. And that was just one of the requests that this client had, moving forward with this card. We were able to do almost everything they wanted to do. There was one tiny little detail that we kind of had to mix up a little bit because it just didn't want to fit on the front of this card. But everything else, this was all dreamed up by the client. And, they gave me a lot of direction, and I was able to kind of cobble it all together into the card that you see here. Like I said, touches on the America's birthday. This client gave me a whole bunch of info at the beginning. They wanted it to be a Phanatic card. They wanted the Phanatic to be appearing kind of from behind Independence Hall. Independence Hall is a major historical landmark in Philadelphia. It's where both the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence were signed by the Founding Fathers. So the client wanted to work that into this design. They hoped that if I was able to, that we could change the Phillie Phanatic shirt to a kind of patriotic shirt that we saw him wearing in a different photo. We'll drop that in here, just like we'll drop in all the photos that we can when I'm talking about some of the inspiration here. So we were able to change the shirt and put the Phillie Phanatic right behind Independence Hall like they asked. The only other thing they asked for on the front of this card was a little banner that celebrated the 250th birthday of America, which we put right over here, up over the Phanatic's shoulder. The Phanatic himself is kind of rising from the back of Independence Hall, and that's what they kind of asked that we do with this card. I was able to kind of throw the Phanatic's hand right over the border a little bit on both sides, and I think that really just helps make him appear as if he's really kind of popping out from, behind this building right here. So just really, really fun, and challenging request. It's not always easy to have a whole bunch of, random direction thrown at you. And, I always hope to take all of that direction and, put it together into a really striking card. And I think that we really succeeded on this one. So, that's pretty much all the details about the card front. I put a little Phanatic on the bottom here. I still wanted to, put his name on this card. So even though the client didn't specifically ask for the Phanatic's name to be, somewhere on this card, I thought that we could use the same kind of coloring as Independence Hall here and kind of put this in the bottom. Really, really love how this card front came out. I did do my signature kind of white line around the Phanatic that I've been doing for a lot of cards lately. And it just really helps him pop out. So love this card front. Flip this over and we'll take a look at this card back. This card back pretty much is, you know, dedicated to the All-Star Game in Philadelphia. It is going to be played this year at Citizens Bank Park, and you know, the client wanted to celebrate that. So at first they asked if we could put this All-Star Game logo somewhere on the front, and the more I kind of worked on this card, the more I knew that that was just a little too much to try and put on this card front. You got a lot of things going on here, so I suggested we make the whole card back about the All-Star Game. So we put this little All-Star Game logo up here, and then we just did a little bit of a blurb, just explaining, you know, what's going on, explaining when the All-Star Game is. You know, it's the first time it's at Citizens Bank Park, and just a really cool, you know, way to kind of memorialize this really big event. This client is from Philadelphia, so I can totally understand a lot of the connections to, you know, a lot of the Philadelphia things that are on this card. So really, really great card back. And like everybody else, super excited for the All-Star Game in Philly this year. But that's the story about our new Phanatic card that also celebrates not only, you know, the birthday of America, but the All-Star Game in Philadelphia. So thank you so much to the client that reached out and had the wonderful ideas, you know, to make this really unique card.
All right, guys, so that is the story behind our brand new Phillie Phanatic America's Birthday and All-Star Game inspired card. You know, another great example of, you know, what I always say, and that's we can make a card out of anything. Any of your ideas, you know, any of the random bits that you want to put together. You know, this card is a great example of, you know, the fact that we can do exactly that. So please reach out. This card was a blast to work on, but I know your card is going to be super fun to work on. So please reach out. You can always reach me here on Instagram. You can DM me, or you can head over to mikeolsenart.com on the internet, and you can reach me there. But either way, you know, reach out and let's get the conversation rolling. I can't wait to work on your card. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again soon.